What's up, everybody? Today, we are going to be talking about the SVA, which is a squonker out of Italy, made by SVA. This is the aluminum penguin, specifically, that we're going to discuss. It's a DNA 40, single 18650 squonk mod that is very rough and tumble and very rugged. So, let's go down to the table, take a look. We'll come back. We'll talk about thoughts and all that. But we can't go down to the table without a shitty cloud transition. Alright, and we're down at the table with the SVA Aluminum Penguin. That's what this one goes by. Let's just let's rotate this around for you guys, just so you can get a nice good look. Sitting atop this right now, I have the Hellfire Viper V2, which is going to help show off one of the kind of features of this mod, so to speak. So, first up, let's do some sizes. This guy is 25 millimeter deep, 46.4 millimeter wide, and 84.5 millimeter tall. Now, this one is one of the newer ones. It uses the SVA flat cup style. What that means is that it's completely flush on top, and it comes with this 14 millimeter bar grout that's on here, and this 22 millimeter cup. The 510 pin is adjustable and reverse threaded, so that you can kind of turn it in whichever direction that you need for to make your Addy kind of sit flush and nice and line up the air hole where you want. It's a small little metal button, DNA 40 small screen. And now let's pop off the top. Inside you have an 8.5 ml super soft bottle. You have your up and down adjustment buttons right here. As you can see, going up, going down. And it takes an 18650 on a spring. The spring is so wildly Italian. This side plate and this front plate are both carbon fiber, and they look just gorgeous. And these magnets are beefy, as you can see. Now, the only downside is this door has, and it's very slight, but this door has just a little bit of movement. And when I'm using it, I can kind of feel it and see it on occasion. I don't know that that's applicable on all of them, but it is applicable on mine. The engravings on the back range. Some just have the SVA logo. Some have this or a spiral logo. Many also have two different types of penguins engraved. It's very nice engraving. It feels good. It's shallow, and there's really no problems at all with it. The mod, from a build quality perspective, the anodizing on this aluminum, the engravings, it feels built to last. Alright, so if you're interested about the cup itself, there's a 510 breakdown video that you can take a look at, and it will show pretty much how you can take off this, what this ring is for, how this goes on. It pretty much just sits on top. Then you can screw down a 22 millimeter out. You don't need to, though. And I think that's the important thing to remember on this, is that you don't actually need this. It just helps protect the top from any potential scratches. So, that is the table with the SVA aluminum penguin. Let's go back up and talk about some thoughts. And we're back to talk about the thoughts on the SVA. Oh, I've been putting off doing this one because I knew that this is just a really, really hard one for me to kind of sum up and explain. So first, let's do the factual side. This fee is about 400 euros. Honestly, it's worth every penny. It's small, it's compact, it's well built. It feels rugged as fuck, which is why I bought it. I bought this mod to be rugged. I bought this mod to take out in the woods, or to take outside, to in any situation where I would be worried about damaging my Evo or one of my other nicer mods. That's what this was for. That's what I bought this for. That said, 400 euro is a lot of money for a rugged beater kind of device. That's just, the way it is. And that's what's so hard to sum up for me regarding this mod. Because do I love it? I like it. My and I suppose I'll go through my squonking journey a little bit here. Over the 3 years that I've been vaping, I'm on my fourth time trying squonking. The first time I had a bogger box with a really crappy bottom fed addy. It was a Mac, it didn't stick. I tried an E7, was not enough to get me to start squonking. It was too big, it was too bulky, I just didn't enjoy it. So I got an E8 when an E8 came out. That was when I really started to get into the concept of dripping from RTAs. The E8 didn't do it for me. It just wasn't quite what I was looking for, what I was hoping for in a squonker. It was still a little bit too big and a little bit too bulky. So I started this quest once I started seeing Art and Mod products and SVAs and some of these much smaller devices, and I ended up getting an Art and Mod Evo. And if you watch my review of that, I've had 5 of them. And I love that mod. It is probably the mod that made me start squonking. That said, I enjoy using this mod. But this mod would not have probably kept me in the squonking scene, if I'm being completely honest. Because you have a little bit of movement on the door. Not a big deal. It happens. That's pretty common. There's a little bit of movement in my Art Mod products. But it's really all about squonk bottle placement. In my use, I basically have to have this turn and have my thumb sideways to fit in this hole. That's the only way to squonk. Or come around with my finger, which to me feels really awkward to do. It doesn't have that easy, nice squonking position. It's not simple. It's not convenient. I typically run 22 millimeter addies on here just because I have to squonk every 3 hits with this, and that doesn't play as nicely for me. But for its purposes, for me, it works great. I like it. I take it out with me. I use it. It's not as much of a pleasure as some of my other stuff, but it is a really nice and well-built mod. I'm a big dude. I can't just easily squonk without really digging my finger in there. You may not have that problem. You also may prefer this squonk bottle placement. I just don't. I'm biased against anything that has the squonk bottle placement on the side. I will never like it as much. It will never be my top priority. So that's why I say I'm absolutely biased in that regard. Now, going outside of that, just to talk about the qualities of the mod itself, it's very small. It's very well made. It's carbon fiber. I love carbon fiber. I like aluminum. The aluminum is really nice. The coating is lovely and wonderful. The tolerances are super tight. Like, there's a lot of crap jam-packed in that little tiny space. And I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about it. It's made very well. It's a very nice device. I just don't love it. And I think that's where, and I mean, we are absolutely going into the realm of personal opinion, but that's what these reviews are going to be. They're going to be my personal opinion. There's no way to escape that. This is my personal opinion on the SVA. I don't adore it, but I do like it, and it does serve a purpose in my vaping mod set, I think. Yeah, mod set. Mod set works. That's the word that I'm going to use for this. So it has its purpose. I don't love it. I do like it. It is really nice. It is worth the money. So I would encourage anybody who thinks that they may really enjoy this front style squonking or side style squonking to check one out. They're exceptionally well built. That is all for me. I leave you with this. RTAs are dead. Squonking is the future.